Well, at least you know for sure it's not breaking, not illegal.
Alexander, I'm gonna email it to you because this is another computer.
Okay.
That's another reason why I disconnected the. Did I tell you about that? The orange streamer on the top? So that's the multi-material upgrade. So I can throw 5 different filters at once. But it takes like 15 minutes to swap out filters, so the heat takes stuff in there.
No.
But technically, I can still use Flex, but it's a big pain to get Flex through there and have an extruder.
No.
Although I've done myself.
Alexander Ayers.
So,
You set the board up outside?
I did not go upstairs yet to get it.
No, the board's in here.
It is?
Oh. Remember we grabbed it?
Man, this thing's going through so much. It's so sad.
this thing was just built recently. What y'all do to it?
We got so many events. We were so successful.
Successful. That looks like it's been through the war.
As it should.
All right, I sent it to you. I can
I
say
saw it brand new in August.
Because we got
That
so many
was
events,
gonna
we had
die in any second. This is not porn
Okay. I guess this gets
Good.
started from. All right. Let me first set up a nice spot.
It's in the front.
Oh God, I can do this back.
No. Did it?
Yeah.
So
Y'all can tell.
Get it together, Kira.
I know, I know.
Stop planning.
Why do you have 2 laptops?
Because one's for work, one's for pleasure.
Go on.
No, that's
Wants to break in.
We do not have HR here, so you're gonna have to watch comments.
watch my comments.
All right, Mr. Manager.
Manager. All right. Okay. Well, thank you guys for coming today. So what we're really going to be going over today is just the general basics of what it means to do 3D printing. Not going to do anything too crazy or go into too much details about it, but our primary goal is to take some of the models that you guys made from either last week or just things y'all might have brought to go ahead and actually make some 3D prints. So let me first open up. So what we're actually using is something called Ultimaker Cura. It's a completely free, not open source. That would be the other one, like the Cura Slicer. I don't think Ultimaker Cura is open source.
Cure itself.
Cura is open source. Yeah, it's true. But effectively, this is kind of like what is called a slicer. And what slicers do, they they turn actual 3D models, whether it be object files, STL files, and other different formats, into a software or baseline code called G-code. And that G-code provides sort of like instructions for how the 3D printers themselves actually position, orient themselves, etc., in three-dimensional space, as well as other types of information such as how the amount of filament and other types of small details that are in there as well. You can do a lot of cool stuff with G-code. We're not going to go too much into G-code because that's very pretty complex. It's actually like a programming language. It's not too crazy once you get to learn it, but there are a lot of very specific amounts of syntax and other things that you got to do. Yeah? Yeah.
What are the specific amounts of syntax in G?
Like I just said, we're not going to go over the specific syntax that is in G-code. Yes.
Does G-code have polymorphism?
G-code does not have polymorphism. G-code is effectively it's like assembly code, if y'all know what that is.
No.
It's like the baseline
No.
small things. Yes.
Can I make a program that will pass the Turing test with G-code? Oh, interesting.
That is a profound question. Theoretically, yeah, because if you actually made a movement-based logic gates, like actual movement-based logic gates, it could theoretically be possible. I don't really know what interactions occur with G code if I remember correctly, but there are certain things you can do. Why did you ask me that question? Yes.
Wouldn't I?
Does G code have like any GUI, like any example or?
Yeah, actually, it is similar to that. You can't make a GUI in it. No, I thought you were saying, can you make it with a GUI? No. Yeah, I mean, yes, you can make it with a GUI, but y'all don't listen to them. If anybody's watching, y'all probably ain't watching because, but literally, that's wrong. So when it comes to that G code, after that slicer's made that G code file is the thing that the 3D printers actually read and use to go through the process. So effectively, what we're going to do is use this type of software, these slicers, to actually convert our 3D or 3D models into those that G code, so that way all our 3D printers can work. There are different ways in which that G code can be produced. And there's actually different types of algorithms, different types of logic that we can use to make that G code. And that's kind of like where all the nuances of 3D printing kind of come in, besides actually some of the hardware aspects. But because the way that we actually print, or the different types of ways that the G code is produced, will completely determine and can have a very strong effect on how strong and how smooth, as well as the type of ways in which the print is produced in terms of its internal structure and external structure as well in some cases. Because as we're going to see, as we put in our thing that we made from our Blender tutorial last week, it actually kind of, from the term, slices the 3D model into effectively layers that can then be printed, because usually most 3D printers are usually through a vertical process, except for things such as like resin printers that are able to do some fancy stuff that I don't fully understand myself, to be able to convert that into kind of like a solid thing. But I think even those use a slicing process. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I think because as they come out, it almost slices it as it goes. So no matter what, most of your 3D prints are going to have some type of slicing involved. So let's actually just hop into it. All right. So right now I'm looking at the build space for the Prusa i3 Mark III. This is the beautiful Sean brought his 3D printer. I'm going to show y'all a little bit of it over here for those in the live stream thing here. This is his beautiful, beautiful 3D printer here. That's Alex. Nobody cares about him. So this is one of the.
You do not say that to your treasurer, by the way.
So this here is a Mark III 3D printer from Prusa. It's one of the higher quality ones. Very, very high quality 3D printers. It has a heated plate that provides very, very high precision. As you can see, it allows, good old three-dimensional movement. And then as Sean has described here, Sean, would you like to explain the multi-extrusion system?
This is the multi-material upgrade. I spent $250 on it, and it hardly works. It lets me print with in theory, up to 5 different filaments at once when it works.
There we go. So he's flexing. And now let's look at our little piece of crap over here. This is the one that we had donated to our department. This is the Monoprice Mini Delta V2. It also has a heated plate. As you can see, the main difference between it is that it's a Delta variant. Oh God, not the Delta variant. Oh no. Okay. Redact that. Please don't put coronavirus warning on. Oh God, I used the word. Oh God. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. YouTube, please don't. I hear you, algorithm. I love you, algorithm. I want to make you, algorithm. So as you can see here, it actually has only 3 points of motion, and this actually uses kind of like what is called a delta structure to effectively use a 3-point system to move it in all dimensions while simultaneously also allowing it to turn and other aspects as well. More complex printers like this can actually allow you to print at angles, but this one is predominantly just for the good old fashioned slicing from a 2D vertical standpoint. So now that we've shown off our actual printers, let's get into the software a little bit. And thank you once again, Sean, for showing us that and explaining it. Okay. All right. So now let's open up a file. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, let's go with Blender first. All right. So this is what I made last week. It looks pretty simple, straight up, little cute little treasure chest. For the time being, this is what we're actually going to print out. I'm going to put this down a little bit just to make sure it has a point for.
That looks nicer than what you made last week.
Yeah.
Did you touch it up?
No, this is exactly what I made last week. I didn't change it. You guys are so mean.
It is very.
They're so mean to
You
me.
didn't care about me.
Okay, that's true. That's true. I did say
Don't
that.
pretend like you're above us all.
I love you, man. You know I love you. All right, let's see. Let's remove this, and we're going to actually just export. Yeah, so you can go to File. You can go to Export, and we're going to export ours as an STL file. This is just one of the formats that you can do it. It's a good format as well as the OBJ file format. I usually use STL just because it's just my convention. I do believe that there are some pros and cons to different file types, but off the top of my head, I can't remember. So, but let's do STL. I'm just going to send this to my desktop. And as you can see here, we can just use our different scale. For right now, it really doesn't matter what scale we use because inside of our actual slicer, we're going to modify that scale in there. So let's just do this. And we're going to export that. Okay. All right, now we've exported it. We're going to find that file again inside of our Cura software. And here it is. Wow, I did not know that means stereolithography. Fancy word. All right. And I forgot to delete the plane. So let me go back and do that.
The plane?
Yeah, the plane. So this plane was also included inside of the geometry. And we can actually just individually select those things. But for right now, I'm just going to just delete the plane just for ease and speed. So we're going to export that again. STL.
So basically, with that, you're going to print an entire base plane
Exactly.
for
Yeah.
your one tiny treasure chest.
Yeah, and it would have been hovering, so we would have had to see the beauty of how the heck that was going to work.
If it's perfectly flat, then there's a very good chance that the printer would just, or the slicer would just completely ignore it.
And that's also very nice about that. That actually allowed us to reload it immediately. It automatically detected that change. So as you can see right now, that's a little bit too small. All right, that's beyond small.
It looks adorable.
I think it's cute too, but how would you actually want to print that? So we have several options inside of Cura. So once we have something that's actually selected, so we can select the object here. And we can also go from there from the object list as well. We can then modify here. This is a translation, so we can move it, scaling it, rotation, mirroring it, actual model settings, which just includes things such as like being able to show like different supports, other settings that you want to do for very specific control. But sometimes you might want to have it where you'll see later that this thing actually, using those different algorithms I spoke about earlier, it determines where to put certain supports. But sometimes those supports that they generate may or may not be correct for all that you need to really make sure that it's fully supported. So let's go here. Let's just increase the scale a little bit. Now it's just in millimeters. So this is the setting. So we're going to go up to 100 millimeters. Oh, that's a little bit too big. As you can tell, I actually don't know my metric system, so I forgot how to change the settings again.
Just for reference, I believe a millimeter
It's
is a
2.54.
meter 100 times.
Yeah, 2.54 centimeters is an inch, I think.
I know.
Or is that? Yeah, it's
Yeah,
2.54.
2.5.
So we can do 20, yeah, which is what we do. So it's gonna be about this right. All right. As you can tell by this red section here, this is already detecting kind of like a hanging space, if I'm correct. I think that's what Pure usually does. But that red area is already detecting where we might have some issues. So as you can see down there, it says model area. The highlighted areas indicate there's missing or extraneous surfaces. So basically it's just saying to fix the model because it literally can't print this out. But we could theoretically add supports if we needed to, which we can do. So I'm actually just going to print it out in a non-rotated state. So we're just going to go back to here. Huh?
Why don't you just go to the Ventura?
Oh, but these are two separate. Those are two separate. Right now, it didn't export it as all one single file, one single object. But I don't know. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Wait, what?
Just rotate it. Just rotate the Ventura.
You can rotate in Jira? Really? See that? I'm learning something new today. You can? How do you?
Because it's a single model.
I'm talking about rotate the lid.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's put it on sideways.
you're right. So he just explained something very, very straightforward, and I'm stupid. So basically, what we can do is we can actually just rotate it on the side. Oops. I think there's actually a proposal for lay flat. Laying flat basically just ensures that, excuse me for that it just stays flat on the surface. Because like I said, when it creates this G code, if you have anything that's hanging or anything like that, it'll just think that it should do that and it won't actually fix it. So this is really, really important. So thank you for pointing that out. I completely forgot that we could just set it on the side. Now we do have some other spaces that are on the inside of it that are also going to have similar issues. But at least now we can hopefully just allow it to either add in some other form of a feeling or we just do this. What were you saying?
Sports.
Yeah, we just add supports, which we can do with this software. That's software. That's support blocker. No. No. Who's it at? No. Huh? No, that should be good, ain't it? All right. Hold up, y'all. All right. So now we actually got our model inside of it. So now we can go ahead and go through the process as we go into our print settings. So in print settings, basically what we can do is actually modify, number one, the actual profile thickness, which is the slicing thickness, whether that be like 0.15, 0.06, etc., which is dependent on your printer itself. Because some printers can only get to a certain level of precision, so you got to know that about your printer as well. And some of the printer settings, usually they include that information. And infill, and let's just go into more detail about those profiles. So really the thinner the slice, the more detail you can usually get. So there's sometimes kind of like sweet spots with how you do it, because sometimes you can make things too thin and it can actually come out kind of odd. But it's usually important for you to kind of go around, kind of try to be sort of in the median of it. So we're usually around like 0.15, 0.2, at least for my stuff, at least for that older one. So I don't really know how well it might work for your personal printer, such as the Pure Slice. What's your usual thickness, Sean, for your printer?
I guess normally prints at 0.2 millimeters.
0.2?
I find that to be like the best compromise between speed and quality.
Yeah. To even get that mono price when it look good, you usually have to go to 0.15 for it. All right. And we have our infill percentages. So infill, as you can kind of see or kind of imagine, is that's kind of like how much percentage of volume of space is actually going to be taken up by material, right? So in this case, so if I say 20% infill, we should find that 20% of the internal volume, besides things that are like the shells, is actually made out of actual print material. So that's the reason why if we go here, we're going to stick with about 10% just for speed right now in time. and we're going to then add supports. So what supports do is, as we were talking about earlier, that red space that we saw that from the hanging portion of our treasure chest, that section there, technically, if you think about it, if it was printing upwards or vertically, it literally could not print it because there's nothing supported. Like it'd be like trying to print up in the middle of space, which wouldn't work out. The actual material would then start drooping and doing other things, which is not what we want. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to that. And there's other settings, more specific settings, but we're not going to go through that right now because I know you guys actually want to print stuff. So let's do that. All right. Oops. We have to do the actual. So now that we've sliced it, let me just kind of preview what it is. So this one's going to take about 27 minutes. So this is what our slice theoretically looks like. And this kind of gives us a period by period representation for each layer. So you can see here on the far right side, it's kind of like this kind of layer section here that's representing each of the layers for our slice material. And as you can kind of notice as well, that blue section, those are effectively supports, while the actual sections that are orange are kind of like the internal infill that's inside of our 3D print.
What's the what's your general recommendation for a paint job?
Well, it depends. It depends on how structurally, or I guess how important it is for the thing to actually be structurally sound. Like if I was trying to make a replacement part for one of my tools, you probably don't want to have a low infill because you want it to be able to handle actual stress, possibly bending, other pressures that are placed on it. But 100%? That's a good question. I have never done anything in 100%, but yeah, as you can see, that yellow section there, that would be everything is effectively filled at that point. Like it's 100%. As we reduce the amount, though, just kind of have less and less and less. But these are effectively just structural supports or struts in a way that support the shape. In the case that you can apply a very small amount of pressure to it. So that's really the big difference. It's just like, what is the application? Because under most circumstances, how much infill shouldn't affect the overall shape or how the quality of the actual print. It's more about just how important it is for it to actually like be under stress. So yeah. So let's save that as a ground, create our slice, and we should be good now. All right, so now we actually have a file. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say you might want to cut that off because it's.
Oh yeah, that's very loud for you guys, isn't it? So I'm just gonna unplug it because this thing doesn't have an on and off button. That's how cheap it is.
Are you complaining about the donators? Furious?
Yes, I'm complaining.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel bad for whoever donated that. I'm wasted.
How
Yeah.
entitled.
I mean, I'm super into because I donated it, so that's usually why they're saying this right
Cash
now.
out of the bag.
But yeah. All right, so now we've actually got our basic print now. We have our overall line and type. Now we just do some prints. So y'all want to start printing stuff? Got any? Did y'all bring any files? No? What? I told you. Okay. All right. Well then, let's just print out something cool then. Or we can print out this first. Do you have any cool ideas for that, Sean? Got any things that you were printing out that were interesting?
I have been printing out Among Us figures because that's what my friends wants.
Do it.
No.
Do it.
No. I don't know, like 3 hours each.
Oh God. Take it back. No, take it back. I'm not doing Among Us. No. That's what do they say? What do the kids say? Sus? Sus.
Dude, you're only 26.
Yeah.
I'm not 26. Y'all keep making me get older each time y'all say it.
I
It's like-
just,
You're 23, you're 24, you're 25, 26.
I've
Go up
only
and up.
ever said 26.
All right. So, all right, then, let's just go ahead and see how this prints out. I'm gonna actually print this on a smaller printer, and then we'll do something a little more interesting on the larger printer. Okay. So let me actually change this to our little mini Delta space. As you can tell, how the difference in size very quickly. So let's just go ahead and slice this.
I think it's very adorable.
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you, sweetheart. Man, y'all just don't.
You're welcome.
Let's see.
That's the only way to respond to that.
Exactly. That's the only way. You should do it that way. All right.
Did you see the hand motion?
No. All right, then. Let's go ahead and save this onto our beautiful little print. See, this is where the part gets boring, because for you guys, at least, I don't even know if y'all are even there, but I might be just talking to myself. At least y'all are here. I love y'all at least. Okay.
You keep them entertained
That's true. Oh, God.
with all of your interesting banter.
I mean, that's all I can do is banter. All right.
You
I have any questions thus far?
There's like,
I feel like y'all are.
there's one person left on the screen.
It's probably you. Because if you're looking at it, it's probably you're the only person.
Well, no, because it was going 0 people when I was watching it. So,
Man, we fell off. Last time was so great. I guess it did so bad. Dear God.
I get well. I mean,
No, I
guess
came,
we'll-
I came live.
You came live?
Yeah.
Okay, all
I
right.
was watching my son because I had to do it.
Thank you, brother.
I guess what we figured out what the almighty algorithm needs, not 3D printing.
were you,
Follow it.
chatting after that one?
That was awesome.
Got it.
I knew it. All right, we're going to do check. So this is that G code I was speaking of earlier in terms of the exporting out as. And we can see these
We went to the gym.
Okay. So now let's go ahead and export this on there. What the heck is that, Sean? That's terrifying.
We're all trying around his laptop.
Y'all go ahead.
All right. Oh, yeah.
All right, now let's see if we can put this on here.
The T-bone goal. Pokemon.
Oh, nice.
Got like 2 of these.
All right, let's check out what's Sean doing over here.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Sean. Look at that. It's the little Pokemon head thing, I think. Isn't it? It's from Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
Is that from Pokemon? You don't play Pokemon?
I don't know.
You don't know you don't play Pokemon? She don't play Pokemon. That's so sad. Okay. Let's see here. All right, I'm going to set you up looking at that. Pokemon. I love Pokemon. Actually, I don't like Pokemon. I actually just think that it was like animal fighting. And I cried the first time I played it because I defeated. I can't remember what I defeated, and I thought I killed it. And so I never played Pokemon again. So that is my story of how I hate Pokemon.
What?
What do you do?
Oh, nothing. You'll find out.
I'm terrified.
You'll find
You
out.
watch the stream and you're like, oh no.
Oh no! All right, so for those over here, we're gonna start putting something on here to print. It's gonna be awesome. Thank you. I love you too, brother. And once we get that done, that's really cool. So you already got that ready?
No.
Is that like a butter knife? What is it?
I got it.
Oh, no.
Okay,
Oh no, that's a
you want to explain these stuff?
Yes.
that's a printer like scalpel. Not
Exactly.
scalpel.
Exactly.
But
So
special.
for those,
Yeah, you can't really explain it all that well to people on the stream when they're looking at it.
so these are printer scalpels. These are super important because if you don't properly get your prints off, they look like shit, and you also possibly mess up your printer plates as well if you don't properly remove them. That's actually one of the reasons why our plates are heated, is because literally it provides an opportunity for them to be easier to remove and they're less sticky. So that's cool. So yeah, we're gonna use that.
You're not using online.
Oh no, I'm not using mine. No, yours is high quality. So this is crappy. So his is high quality stuff.
I'm just checking out what the different info looks like.
Sure.
Again.
Okay. Sorry for those on the stream because like you really can't see anything 'cause it's kind of boring.
Well, why did they have to see?
Because nothing's happened yet. But his is the more interesting thing.
What's wrong with yours?
Um,
Does it have a touch screen?
Alexander,
Yes.
don't do a dance for the people on street.
please don't do anything. Just sit right there. All right. See, I can't tell whether or not it's okay for us to be this nonchalant about this, but I'm enjoying this thus far.
Whatever, who cares?
Just make it fun.
Are we, have we ever been professional?
No,
I am,
that's the problem.
I am wearing Florida dad shorts.
You look like
All right.
swim shorts.
All right, so it's home.
They have rope like this shorts. They might be good shorts. I don't know.
I have a question about the modeling. How for the lid? Because I was trying to do the lid for the treasure chest. How do you cut it
I cut it.
in half? Because I tried it afterwards.
So this was actually just making a separate shape. I think I had it in the stream where I was talking about then creating that second cube.
Yeah,
Offsetting it
I
upwards.
know, but after you curve it, there's still like that big, thick part beneath it when you do a basic cube.
Oh, okay. So I'll get into that in just a little bit. Let me start this print out and then I'll show it to you.
Because I was only able to get the box part down.
So what did you do?
Nothing.
Oh, that's just, okay, so whenever a print goes through the process, it actually prints out kind of like a very small, thin base. This is to separate the actual harder print material from the actual plate. So let's see it. Let's print via USB.
Are you talking about the room?
Yeah,
Yeah.
technical term.
Well, it's not supposed to separate the material from the base. It's supposed to give more surface area so that the model is.
Oh, yes, makes it more stable and actually proper. Okay.
You're thinking of a wrap where it lifts up that way.
Bottom message. But you forgot how to read.
Wait, I'm working on my monitor.
God, that's
Can I follow you? Go back to the YouTube link and cover it? Yes, yes, you can. I don't know if Ab is on here right now watching whoever this is, but yes, you can.
Well, here, give it to me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay, this is your phone.
Yes, this is my phone.
Oh God,
It's mine now.
this is not level. I leveled it. This thing is so old. That's not good. That's a bork. For those who want to look over here at a failed print, this is failed.
A failed proof? I want to see
Failed
what a
print.
failed print looks like.
So this was actually properly not leveled.
Well, hold on. Are these the people here?
So I did level it earlier today.
Oh, all right. So this is. Oh, did you want to show them what a failed print looks
Yes,
like?
please come over here. Look at the sadness that is nothing there because I took off the failed print. So y'all can come over here, look at this terribleness, and look at all this stuff here. So what we're going to start off with is that what we also have to do for the extra prints is make sure that our bases is level. So kind of what happened here is that the printer actually was kind of digging the nozzle into the base, which is not good. So we've got to properly re-level this and make sure that everything is good. So let's go ahead and cancel this print out. Abort it. Here. Cancel it. So we're actually going to have to do, so since this is an older printer, it actually doesn't have an automatic leveling process. So we actually have to put in our own custom G code to do this leveling, which is kind of, so I wish I could actually show you guys my G code a little bit, but I'll show it to you in a little bit. But let's see. Oh, okay. Let me show y'all a good printer that has automatic leveling on it. Nice calibration. Look at that. So it's actually tapping each or multiple points on the.
It's not tapping.
It's not tapping it. How does it do it?
It might. It gets close to tapping, but it has a sensor, magnetic sensor.
Ooh. See, that's what I'm saying. His is actually nice.
Yes, they can beautifully see my print going on.
Yes, we're gonna go somewhere over here to see it in live view or whatever. Here, there. No, it's too far away. Let's see here. It shall work. It shall work perfectly. For you are the Sean, and the Sean is the man. Okay, come check it out if you want to.
Are you doing the calibration tube again?
No, I'm printing out a skull.
No.
Wow, that. Big bet through.
All right. Let's see what's going on with mine. Y'all don't have no files? I'll show y'all a place to get files from real quick.
I brought my file, but honestly, I like yours better because I was trying to do the exact same thing that you did.
Oh, what does it matter? Just doesn't matter.
It's more special if it's your
It's
file.
all it's your
Mine
file.
doesn't
That's
have
all
the
that matters.
cool
How about you,
lid.
man? You got any files?
No.
You want
And I don't think I properly exported the file.
Yeah, we can show you that. We can show you.
That's works easy.
Yeah.
It's super easy.
I just saved it and brought it. I forgot to make it an STL.
All good, brother. If you want to, we can put it on my computer or any computer. We can set it up. Let me go ahead and also give y'all a good place to find free printer files. I think it was
There's a cool
Thingiverse.
Yeah.
Thingiverse. That is the place to go.
Yeah, there's a cool little free file I found where it makes the handle of a katana sword.
Oh,
But as it prints out, kind of like those toy lightsabers, it does the blade, so you can just flick it and the whole blade comes out.
yes. Go into Thingiverse. Find something interesting that's not large.
If it is large, we'll make it very small.
Exactly. All right. Let me try this again. You head out, Hasnell? All right. Well, thank you for coming. You've been a blessing. You want anything printed, Hasnell?
Sorry?
You want anything printed?
No.
I'm saying like we're gonna be able to print stuff. Is what we're probably gonna start doing is a lot of people do like request prints, and then we'll do it that way. Maybe for like a very small amount, and it's very small. I'm gonna be here to
I said about 15 to 30.
yeah about 30 minutes. But if she's super far away, this all depends. It's probably gonna take a little bit for our prints to finish. Huh? Yeah, request a print. Go on Thingiverse if you want to look for stuff.
I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, Thingiverse.
I wouldn't mind another one of your treasure chests.
Yeah.
Because I'd love to turn that into a minute.
Okay, I got you.
You want it in white or brown?
I think brown.
I brought white in case someone wanted to like print something and paint it. I figured white would be easier.
Brown just makes more sense for a chest.
Yeah. Although I will say that that's not like normal filament. That brown is silk, so it's a lot smoother.
Can you work it?
Oh yeah, it will work. I printed like 8 samples of it, kind of figure out like what would be
A
the
star?
best settings for here.
Show it to me.
Oh,
It's a 3D star.
That'd be really cool to have on my desk for a minute.
Ooh, that's like the Mario star, right?
yeah.
We got you.
No, a little around it. A little
Yeah,
bit.
A little less round.
Play.
So not like one of the highs, right? It's like the Luma thing.
I've seen people do
That little
that.
Luma is
Like
super
the-
cute. What, what close?
This one printed out, using wood fill. They put a layer of that on there, so it's like.
Is there wood filming?
No, there is wood fill. But I'm saying you use like wood fill as the thing you use to fill gaps in wood.
Oh, yeah.
But,
Thank you.
He does
I
this.
do not have a,
I had to make sure people would
I
actually
have a
make
brass
it.
nozzle installed right now. And
Sometimes the
wood
prints,
fill- or wood
people
fill
will say they made it, or they haven't actually.
Yeah.
I do have
That
a,
doesn't burn
And
right
it just turns out really
I
weird.
do have a,
I think this will work.
it's a
Okay.
nickel
We'll
plated
print for
carbon
you.
steel one that I need to
And
install.
we'll probably have it done like.
Did you see that they're
Yes,
making
sometime next
3D
week it'll be
printers where it's like done on a kind of like on a treadmill
No,
base?
Yep.
Alright.
That's the
Think that knows-
craziest thing I've ever seen.
I saw someone print the ship from Spaceballs on it.
Stay calm.
That's totally the printer to do it on.
It was great. It was perfect.
Hey man, go on Thingiverse. Thingiverse.com. .org.com.
Marking out orders.
Yeah, burn out orders. Go with something. And you say you want one of these?
Yeah.
One of the little track? Okay, I got you.
Oh,
Let me
wait,
get it
no,
printed.
that was a mistake.
What was the mistake? What do you mean it was a mistake?
Oh, I moved over the wrong thing.
Oh, you just put out little cubes again?
I thought it was.
I was confused and I saw it was a square. I'm like, oh, that's weird. I guess
Right?
I guess it's backwards because the whatever the supports are on the back.
Oh, those are cool turtles.
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 Turtle code.
Oh, goodness.
No.
Well,
Think about
Frank,
those turtles? All right, man. If that's
remind
what
us
you
of our
want,
times in CS1.
Let me see if I can download it real quick.
High school.
Yeah, download it.
I love them.
Let me get a
I
flash.
remember.
Have you ever taken
Can we flash
have you taken CS1?
Yes.
Oh,
I came here with CS1, CS2 credits.
you missed the turtle.
No, I did
And
not.
for
I did
those that
turtles
are,
before.
I don't know if you're tuning in or not, if you're not, whatever, you can bring your prints over to us as well.
What? I know. You know,
No, I loved it. I loved it so much that I made a little thing with them where you type in a message and it'll write it on the screen for you.
yeah, it's like every high school kid, like whenever you first start coding, that's like the peak and it's all downhill from there. Because at the peak you're like, you have like a power trip, like, oh, I have ultimate power. I can do whatever I want.
Because after that, we started messing with images. And we did cool things like, simple stuff like grayscale, mirroring, things like that. One of them was, you had the image, and you had to like mirror it diagonally. And it was really fun, like, just sitting down and trying to figure that out, because, I'm a little high school me, I'm stupid. I'm stupider than now, but, And it felt good being the first person to figure it out.
Yeah.
Because I was also the only person who had prior coding experience, but it wasn't anything big.
Was it? I assume it was Java.
It was Java, yeah.
What did you have prior experience in?
I programmed my graphics calculator. I made games on it.
Ah,
So let me, zoom out
It's like
this one.
the nerdiest thing.
Yeah.
Let's add that file.
you're one of
Let
those
me
graphic
save this
calculators.
I had fun. I had this one RPG, this one turn-based RPG that people.
So it's open file.
I had like 5 people in calculus class like gather around and take turns playing. It was so good. It wasn't even that good though. Like I think it's the fact that they're playing like a full game on a calculator that someone made.
Oh, it's
Someone that they knew.
Oh,
There's like that
I
novel.
feel like that's kind of cool in and of itself, I guess.
Yeah.
squishy turtle. Bruh.
All right, who wants this cube?
I want a free cube. Who wants a free cube? Anybody want a free cube?
It has X, Y, and Z on it. Or Z if you're weird.
Zed.
Alright, let's see what we got. We got a squishy turtle.
Where do you put my other cube?
You snagged your other cube.
Is it right here?
Is that a tiny brown cube?
Is it?
Oh, okay, yeah, that's it.
There's multiple parts in this turtle. Okay, cool. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. So we're actually just gonna. Yeah, so actually we're just gonna add all of these.
No problem. Because I'm never going to touch these again.
What?
Well, I was wondering if I want to touch these keys again.
I started out here with
You
CS1.
found something?
Yeah, I found some.
Come on, brother.
But for me, like I've already had like web stuff, so like I knew HTML and CSS and some JavaScript.
Nice.
I hate JavaScript too, but I hate
I
what
used
the
to
build.
enjoy
So right now you can't see it.
Every time I tell this to someone, like, yeah, I started out with web development and I really liked it. Like, how do you like it?
Scale it up.
No, I get why people like it. I just don't like the confines of working with HTML. It's like, I want to center a box on my screen. I know how to do that in literally every other language. HTML and CSS, it's like, okay.
I don't see them.
Maybe it's just because I'm used to it, but for me, I much prefer
There you
HTML
go.
and CSS because they're like, I already
There
know
we
the
go.
ways to center stuff.
All right, yeah, that's pretty big.
I always do
Pretty big.
grid
Oh,
background
there it is.
and then place.
I was wondering, I was like, what the heck's
Yeah,
going
you do like a
on?
grid and then you
All right,
justify
so
it or
let's move
flash
everything
box
over
and
to the
justify
center.
it. And for me, this is my reaction whenever I go to like
Yeah, I think it's small.
XAML for C# or Java, if you like Java FX, like, how do I do any of this? Like, this sucks.
Y'all missed an entire political revolution going on in the chat.
What?
What's
Where?
that?
That chat.
What
Y'all missed
chat?
an entire political revolution.
What?
And they
What? There
didn't
was a-
invite me?
What happened? I wasn't
There
able
was
to
an
see.
entire political revolution. Read the live chat. And it started, it got up in flames, and then it fucking burned out. It ended.
Did any head, whose heads rolled?
Was
Was
it
it like the
actually that
French
crazy or not?
Oh man, it's just you spamming.
Is it just Alexander by himself?
It's just him all by himself.
Just that one man that almost started his
That,
own country.
I didn't miss the revolution so much as I missed the crazy guy.
I'm sorry, man. That's the saddest thing I've ever done. All
We set
right.
off in the morning like, let's overthrow the government.
All right.
Pitchfork it down. Everyone else is like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, it's just like some dude at a gas station. Everyone's finding it. Oh, overthrow the government! You just pumping your game.
Let me see
What are you willing to go on 3D printer?
$30 gas.
Okay, so this one's got a lot of parts.
I don't know.
So we're gonna see what we're gonna do with that.
I got an entire fucking stimulus check.
That thing right there, probably the best hobbyist grade printer you're going to get, but it's also $700 plus $50 shipping from the Czech Republic. And also you need to assemble it.
That's not actually as bad as I think it would be.
If you do get this, word of warning,
Oh, that's
you
the shell.
need
Oh, so
to
you have
get,
different shell
specific
types, and then this must be
nozzles
that
for
way.
otherwise the auto leveling will not work and you will damage your build
So you
plate.
can pick a-
Did you learn that the hard way?
Yes,
So which shell you want?
just yeah, don't be like me.
I would love to get a 3D printer. Like that's one of the things like I've always wanted one.
Bill, you got your stimulus check. You can get one for like $180, $200.
He hasn't gotten a stimulus check at all.
Never mind.
Crazy.
You didn't get one for being
This was
No.
the regular base right
You didn't get.
That's the head that-
Wait, you didn't get like the
here.
400?
You know,
I
Oh,
love that.
it's actually kind of cool.
I got the
So that might be
500, but I'm
the
putting
little-
that into the
little
stock
thing
market. I'm not.
I got 1,000.
The classic turtle. Okay,
I'm poor.
I got you.
They're giving me more money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it probably
okay.
can't handle it more complicated. So we're gonna delete the other
We
one.
don't wanna.
So Furious,
Yeah.
that was realistically, that was just a test to see if he was actually reading chat, because I actually posted a question in there.
Sure.
I actually posted a question in there,
Yeah.
and it went unanswered.
Anyway,
Yeah,
I've answered your question
your
now.
spam.
I have answered your
let's see.
question now. If you want to go cheap, Ender 3.
Well, you start printing?
I've been waiting on you guys.
Well, you can bring, hell, this print seems pretty cool. How fast is yours print? Pretty fast?
No, that's fast as Delta.
Really?
Yeah, that's the thing.
That
about
I
Delta, they're fast.
They're faster than
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they are fast. I forgot about that. Okay, we'll do yours on this one. You can show him yours. Alright, which head do you want? I think they're all the same.
All right. What color? Oh man, we got white and we got brown.
I don't see none.
All right.
So let's go with
Let me get
this.
this swapped
Yeah,
out.
right.
I will give you my. Actually, no. Just tell me what it's called.
The extra best bet.
It's called a rolling tool.
The heck?
It just prints out the handle, but as
Oh, you can buy the. Oh, it slides out. It's like a.
yeah, it slides out, but it prints out the solid piece.
Oh, yeah.
Kinda-
That's
it's
crazy.
kinda like- That'd be a cool one. to print.
That is actually really cool. I think it requires a very precise printer though, also.
Maybe. Yeah,
Alright, so now let's get all the parts together. So let's lay these things on the surface. So with that, shading it flat.
Yeah. I was just on the jitters. I was like, okay, I'm bored.
Yeah, thank you, Alexander. You say that all to all our live stream viewers.
Yep. All 0 of them.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, until someone watches you.
Oh.
So now everything's going.
Get him away from the laptop. Get him away from like any microphone.
Let's see how.
Well, Alex, here's the issue.
Let's see how
My
it's
voice
going
is
first.
actually loud,
Let's
so,
see, slice
so
it.
even if I was like in the other room,
What you get?
Oh,
It's not
in-
bad. It's not bad. It's
I
not
was
bad.
in that room, you still pick up the
It's not
rumble.
bad. Let's see. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's still 3 hours right there.
20 minutes. So
That's the problem. You can get whatever you want.
Why is that?
No,
Let me
feel
check.
from like the earthquake.
It's not
From
bad
here,
at
you
all.
gotta wait.
Oh wait.
All right.
Sorry, dude.
I'm not even putting all of it. All right, let's find out.
So anyways, so bad weather was
It's
very nice.
really downscale because then it loses
All right,
functionality.
let's get it. 0.15 is good.
Just put
Gotta
something else
support
on top.
that adhesion.
Fun.
So let's go ahead and reconnect this. And we'll start our print. Come on, baby. Protect the printer. Protect the printer, baby.
Protect the printer.
Come on, baby.
Go printer.
Baby.
Come on, it's working.
It's not wanting to actually
Okay.
connect the printer.
I'm trying to think about.
Do you have a,
Yogi. That was a Yogi Bear voice.
SD card?
I do not.
Hey,
Oh,
woohoo.
too bad, man. We're good.
We gotta get
We'll figure it out.
picnic basket.
So monitor.
I mean, to be fair,
Is that in Fahrenheit or Celsius?
Celsius.
I mean, to be fair, with
Yeah.
I was about to say, it is not heating up to 250
There we go. Print media USB.
I mean,
Celsius.
Let's see.
Really fun fact, 215 Celsius is
One more
really
time.
fucking hot.
Just to see.
Yeah,
It
That's
burns.
being weird.
I would imagine, yeah.
yeah,
I thought this was Fahrenheit, and I thought, wow, 215 Fahrenheit, so.
considering
And
100.
Let's see how
then
this
215
Either it's gonna
Celsius.
go really well, it's gonna go really bad.
Yeah, don't touch it.
I
That's
got
gonna
the-
print out, and we
Yeah,
go.
duh.
So the plate is currently at 215.
No, the plate's at 60. The hot end's at 215.
Where's the hot end?
All right.
It is here.
Got it.
I'm gonna learn his lesson.
Now make sure it's not.
Just remember, 3rd-degree burns are best taken in shifts.
Good. It's
All
probably
right, got it.
zeroing. Okay,
Don't
it's
worry.
zero.
Don't worry. The wound
That was
will be
using the tap base
cauterized.
zero.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll stab my hand and then I'll just put on some super hot metal. Instantly cured.
Alright.
Right here it is.
Yep.
Yes.
I mean,
Oh,
Okay.
Furious says so.
no.
Furious has just
It's not.
Furious John J. Jones IV has now endorsed stabbing your hand and cauterizing the wound by putting on a super hot piece of metal. Let that be known.
So this
I
is
got
what
a
the
job in that
settings. So
SNPC
let's,
for you.
right now, this is too close to the actual build plate.
Nah,
I think, or is it too high? Did you
It's
see
too
it?
high.
It's too high right now?
Furious, you wanna know
Yeah.
what you just endorsed?
Oh my god.
Stabbing your hand and then cauterizing the wound by slapping a super hot piece of metal.
Wait, what?
I said, should I stab my hand and cauterize the wound by slapping it on some hot metal? And you said, yeah.
He did say
So
that.
it's in-
He did say, yeah.
You have a problem. This is why
Yes.
we're all the printers are gonna fix it.
No. Oh, it depends on the size. Because these are things that you
I gotta redo.
well, it has movable parts, so we can't scale them as much, but those are something, those are things that you can scale. typically.
Alright, you wanna check this out. So then it's gonna be,
So what's currently being printed on there? On that printer?
Nothing.
Nothing?
I'm waiting.
waiting for what to print?
Yep.
Yeah,
No, I'm waiting for someone to tell me what to print.
Do you
Oh,
want
you
my
can print
idea?
No, print
No, you don't want this idea.
No.
Print is out. So it's a turtle.
A loving heart.
It's a cute turtle. 'Cause I had to fix my printer for some reason.
You want me? Oh, we got. Did you say the fox?
That's it. You go.
Oh, I was gonna be like, that doesn't look like a turtle.
You want brown or white?
I guess I'll do a brown turtle since it's already in there.
All right. Well, I mean, it's not in all the way.
No, brown it is.
Okay. All right.
Alright. So let's see what we got here. So why?
Where is it? In the what did we say?
I said it wasn't proper level, so I gotta figure out why.
No, where did we say it's a turtle?
Oh, it's in the file. It's in called files.
All right, I see it.
Yeah, and then there's like multiple of them. You gotta use the regular. It's like there's you use the original tab.
All right.
And
Hop on the migration full-time job.
Put in the head.
What?
Manage the old C library.
Oh, God. I don't even know
Should
what
be
there is
400,
in a
yeah.
Steam library to be managed. Like, download a game, like, what is to be managed on the game?
I gotta manage it. It's a full-time job.
What you saying, brother?
Well, Alexander's in for another shift of managing a Steam library.
Oh, stop it.
Let's do what I do and don't.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
wait, see,
sorting now.
I just got so many, I have to.
I mean, the man pretty much downloaded all of Steam.
They cost to manage.
Alright, let me level the bed now. G29.
Otherwise known as I'm about addition coding.
What do you
Coding
know
for
that?
what? DevOps? I'm gonna be done with DevOps tonight, though.
What?
I'm gonna finish with DevOps tonight.
All of DevOps?
You know?
No, I'm gonna probably work on some of them lab 3.
Mmm. A biggie.
Might even just leave it. I don't know.
Why?
Might just leave it.
Why?
Do some.
What'd you say?
Might just leave it till tomorrow. Knock it all out. All.
I mean, really, why do it at all? An obvious dropping the lowest slab.
Exactly. You make a good point.
Work
Which lab?
smarter, not
Password?
harder.
I should totally drop the most interesting lab thus far.
If else statements.
I don't have the password stuff. I leave your file for
What do you guys
His
talking about?
file?
your file for all the known passwords.
What if, who said I was sending you over that?
I never said you did. I never said you are. I'm just saying, in order to make the if else if work, I'll have to already know the passwords.
Oh, man. And then she's gonna be like, who sent you over all the passwords? I'm like, it was him, Alex.
No, still too high.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I bet you'll snitch on me in like, it'll take like 30 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
gotta reload.
15.
4 hours right here.
I can scale. I can
Huh?
scale.
Huh?
It's 4 hours.
That thing's way too big.
Okay.
It's gotta reload it.
What's way too big?
Nothing.
Let's try the tiny one. Oh, it's only 18 minutes now. We can make it
Yeah, you
bigger.
can deal with that.
We can make that bigger. 50%. 50% is an hour now.
So, does anyone gonna move on to play some board games while we wait for stuff to print? We have board games. I can grab them.
I think it's supposed to do. 34 minutes.
Go out for a nice walk, a nice club walk.
Man, dude, we trying to print stuff, okay?
Yeah, but I know how much you like to walk.
I hate walking.
We're the ACM. We're computing. We're not the age. We don't work out.
I like
I walk
walking.
out.
I like walking and running.
I walk like 2.5 kilometers.
I honestly don't like the stereotype at all. Like computer science people don't go outside, don't work out at all.
I mean, it's kind of true.
What's that new thing they say? Touch grass? What's that about?
That's it.
What's that supposed to be?
Means people stay indoors too much.
Oh, really? Is that really it?
I mean, my brain's going to completely different.
Yeah,
way
like
with that.
touch grass.
Wait, why? Why is it going a different direction?
Because the classic saying is, if you don't got gas money, you either gotta have ass or grass.
Thank you, Alexander.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
Hey, you can at least say we've never marketed this club as family friendly. Between the two things you said and whatever he said.
Yeah, I would never market myself as family friendly.
No.
I'm gonna fix this. This has to be fixed. I had it working earlier today. I was able to just do the regular print,
Did they move up?
but we might just stop live streaming this. Because all we're doing is banter.
Maybe people are interested in our banter.
But there's like a
Have
whole
you
zero
never seen
people.
the just chatting section on
Just
Twitch?
chatting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're just chatting stream on. Wait,
Do I look like?
where's the hot tub?
Yeah, where's the hot tub? Where's my titties? Where's my nice ass dog? Bro,
Funky
nobody wants
model.
to see our grown ass, nasty ass sitting around here talking shit.
How do you know? Maybe someone's watching this like, wow, Furious
All
Alexander
right,
and Alex
Sean,
and everyone here in
maybe
this club
Sean could be
seem like a great bunch of friends. I'm gonna go
as long as
tell
you keep on that
please
mask, Sean, if you keep on that mask, Sean, maybe we, get you a little bit more, we get you some fake moves. You can work. You can work.
Oh God.
You can work.
Do I need to get some programming socks too?
Maybe.
Ah, yes. And some Capri pants.
It's like a free fan.
They'll make your ass.
Make your ass
We'll just fill up that trash can with water. That's
There
our
we go.
outcome.
Sit down. These are the goals, guys. Oh,
Programming socks.
Capri pants to make that ass pop.
God.
Hot tub,
Dear God.
hot tub coating.
Oh God.
That's good. That's got to be the new Insta. We have coding on the beach. We have coding in the hot tub.
That's coded on the beach, quarantine edition.
That's yeah, but coding on the hot tub. I mean, that's not dangerous. The slightest.
No, not the. That's the one.
All right, so
Let's see what's
this will be done in about 15 minutes. It'll be small, but it's better than nothing. And also the quality's probably going to be not as good.
The little memento of all the turtle code you've done.
I have it running at 150%. speed,
Adorable,
so it's not gonna take all day.
but a little bit shit.
It's faster, but it's not as nice. I hope you understand. That's all right. But at least it's printing.
For some reason, I cannot get the layer. Offset the Z.
Oh, I don't like that I can see myself on the screen.
What's wrong with seeing yourself in the string? I'm fine.
Just
Yeah, I'm gonna increase the Z height.
take this over to Furious Troubleshooting.
Yeah. This is what people want to watch. They don't
Furious
want-
Troubleshooting.
Yeah.
Please don't look at me. I'm sad. All right, so I'm a fat old man. Man, he says I look like I'm an Amish dude.
I mean, look at him.
Man, I think I be looking fucking fly. Y'all don't know.
How do you? Who's to say that we don't think Amish people look fly?
That's true. Amish people got.
I kept
You're the
saying-
only one assuming that they don't look fly.
You're right. You're right. I'm being bad. Here.
All we said was you look like an Amish dude.
True.
Who's in the bag of this?
That's fine.
I like it. I like the leather.
Thanks.
Where'd you get it from?
Amazon.
Amazon. Very nice.
The best part is you got a charging air.
Mine has one of those too.
Sweet.
It just worked.
It's working.
Take a look.
That's usually how it goes. Same old, same old.
I got a very nice.
Thank you for coming, man. I am very happy to see when people start coming to the workshop, even though they're kind of slightly haphazard. We're learning.
Oh, yes.
Mine's just a big counter. So,
Where's that straight?
I get a lot.
Yeah. There was no script. Yeah. There was script.
You lied
What?
to me for days.
What? There
I
wasn't
do it for
I
days.
asked him for a script. Should have.
I was
I didn't
gonna
ask
write it.
you told me. You told me that you had a script,
I
and
did.
I asked
Do we want
for it.
to air out all of our dirty laundry on screen?
Yes.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Are we doing
The drama.
That's what people on YouTube love.
Yeah.
Billy,
They
shut up.
love the
This is what they want.
So
It's
this
okay.
is it's good for the
Because you're still a
algorithm.
good man.
Thank you,
And I
bro.
respect you deeply, despite you looking Amish now.
He looks like an Amish Pharrell.
I'm doing good by yourself.
The hat.
Going real good. Right now, trying to fix this for you.
I wonder how Fierce would be staying late, right? Like with all these 3D printers. Should we tell his mom and tell him it's gonna take a while? Since he goes home on his horse and buggy.
No, you good.
It's nothing like Pharrell.
Oh, the hat.
The hat looks nothing like it for the back.
Alright, so I think it's gonna add a G29 and just raise the Z-axis color.
Today went well. No problems at all.
No problems at all.
Aside from that script.
Huh?
I had already forgiven him.
A broken fear and says like I got something. Be prepared.
Man, you're terrible.
Q&A.
You're a beautiful man. You made a mistake, and that's okay. We're all human.
Thank you.
To err is to human. Is to be human. You're perfectly. You try.
Why don't you guys be like that? Clumsy guys. See?
I don't know.
Yeah, now, dude.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. You have a
You
good
have
one.
a good one.
Me too.
Sorry, Vic, it ain't printed out.
No, man, you good. This time.
Next time we do it. Well, like I said before, we're probably gonna have more people get like request prints and stuff for like a little bit. Like a little bit of something. So, but we're probably very cheap, just enough to cover filling it. That is still
That
not
did
right.
not sound good.
That's still not right. But it's a little bit closer now, so let's see where it goes. Oh, no,
Sorry for that.
it's bad, ain't it? Yeah. This is
No,
like,
I was gonna say, that mindset is just me every time.
what?
When I had, or before I had this printer, it's like, okay, it's printing, it's close enough.
It's good enough. Okay, it's doing something now. All right, we're good. All right, it's close enough. Yes, right now it's printing out that wrap thing that's at the very bottom.
But let's look the overall thing.
Oh
the turtle thing.
Oh no.
Oh
Oh,
no.
they're doing it.
What's going?
Oh no. All right, keep printing the turtle. Turtle messed up.
Your turtle messed up?
Turtle
Yes!
messed up.
Why are you rejoicing for
I
that?
played with you.
Wow.
Because it makes you feel
After
less
Sean
bad.
has forgiven you.
I
you
played.
Yeah,
enjoy-
turtle messed up.
I think that just
Oh.
completely
Yeah.
negates the forgiveness.
I know.
I think I went a little too small.
Forgives him. He
Okay, I see what you're saying.
ingratiates himself in the
A little too
happiness
small.
of Sean's family.
God, I think mine's gonna be way too small, man.
What was the scale?
Oh God,
What went wrong?
we'll see.
It just we used to start game kicked up
Oh.
because there's just
All right, let's see if this
they're
is
just
good.
tiny.
You weren't kidding. That's why we were
It is.
estimating the stuff. We were like, all right, well, it'll take about this long if we don't have any errors. And you're like, these are 3D printers. There will be
Yeah.
errors.
There'll always be errors. You think everything's going right, and then everything's just completely just broken. Oh, there we go.
Is it working?
I
Did it work?
think kinda ish.
That's exactly what I want to hear, like from my doctor. Like, how's the surgery going?
Kind of is.
Yeah,
You're still
there's no
here,
reason.
so there's
As long as you're
that.
alive.
Just don't look at your legs.
So I've noticed you had trouble, you had some pain in your arms. So we amputated
I want to see where
your
it's going to
legs.
go. I want to see what
Like,
happens.
I remember I got my arm
I just kind of want to see what happens.
It was back in Boy Scouts, and I
Said
was,
your
I
arms
was
are sore,
complaining
so you
about
amputate your legs.
and one of the dads just went up and like,
He
if you don't stop complaining, here's what I'll do is I'll break your legs, so that's why your arm won't
The
hurt.
sadness.
I guess that's
you're
a
using-
way of
I can see
fix things.
That is the
It was
most
like
dad
four.
thing I've ever heard.
You need the flashback.
What happened?
I got stuck.
Oh, the whole thing's just moving. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's
Yeah,
dead.
it's
It's
gone.
dead.
It's gone. It's gone.
It's dead.
Oh no!
So is the turtle just not
Mickey
working?
Mouse.
The turtle is just dying.
So
All right,
it's
hold on.
dead?
Let me send the
Mickey
chest over.
Mouse.
Is this no screen or?
Nah, it's not. It's not.
It kind of looked like it.
I
I
guess.
thought that too. I was like, ooh, that's kind
Is
of.
that supposed to be the turtle? Or is that supposed to be?
Yeah, that was meant to be parts of the turtle.
It's a head.
It's a head.
brooch.
It's a bow in your hair.
This kind of looks like those like little
We did
model
make-
kits.
Yes, exactly. It looks like a chewed up straw that you tried to bend into the shape of Mickey Mouse.
That is gonna be modern art masterpiece.
This be
You
so
You
much
could sell
easier.
this
We
for
could definitely
12
do it.
million in a couple of
I
years.
think the turtle's dead.
The turtle's dead, but we can
He
try again.
wasn't alive in the first place, but it's alright.
If nothing else, I can print one out for you when I get home. And then I'll give it to you next meeting or something.
Yeah, I just wanted to see what happened. What the 3D process was, at least.
So what happened in this scenario was that since it's not really fully level, the print was kind of like hovering on. It's not necessarily hovering, but it was trying to print, kind of not pressing onto the surface in a way. It wasn't properly adhering to
Serious,
the
you want
surface.
You want the stream ended?
So because of it not being level and it not properly adhering to it, you can shut it off. You can turn it off. Then it basically was causing it such that when it got to that point, it hit it or slide, like, it's kind of sliced against it on